February 2009. Mr. Speaker, sir, in the first place, I would like to point out that the debate on the appropriation bill was on the same lines as the general discussion on the budget. Honorable members who participated in the discussion today referred to many things in the regard to their constituencies. I agree that it is not as if they are not entitled to do so. In discussing an appropriation bill, honorable members may refer to any matter that they want to, but at the same time, I think that we should observe some conventions in regard to the general debate on the budget and the debate on various demands for grants, and then finally the debate on the appropriation bill. If we deal with the same matters at all stages of the budget debate, then it will be dull. So I'm not surprised that we have only empty benches here now. So it is better that during the discussion on the appropriation bill, honorable members should discuss general policies. But as some honorable members could not participate in the general discussion, perhaps they thought that they might take this opportunity to express their grievances. In considering the appropriation bill, we have to take into consideration the financial circumstances which prevailed when we passed the previous appropriation bill. At that time, even though this House was giving sanction to the government to draw a large sum of money, it was not as if there were resources available to meet all the expenditure. At the time when we passed the previous appropriation bill, we were hoping that we would get some money and that we would be able to meet our needs. That was the condition prevailing when we passed the previous appropriation bill. At the time, there was an opinion in this house as well as outside that there was some conflict between the central finance ministry and the state finance ministry. I agree that there was some differences of opinion. As we wanted the central government to give us a large amount of assistance, the central minister of finance thought that we were not adhering to the plan and that we were spending outside the plan. As a matter of fact, that point of view was expressed to me by the central finance minister, but I told him that there was no such thing, that we were adhering to the plan and that we had difficulties on account of the famine conditions in the country. I told him that our revenue income was falling to a great extent and that we had to spend more for famine relief works. I placed before him facts and figures with reference to our income and the expenditure that we were incurring on the various schemes that we had taken up under the plan. In the light of this, he was satisfied that we were adhering to the plan. On the other hand, I am prepared to take the credit for the fact that we were working out the plan much better than other states. I do not find fault with other states when I say this, but I may assure the honorable members of this house that we were working out the various schemes according to the plan. As the central minister was satisfied that we were spending the money according to the plan and that we were in difficulties because of the famine conditions in our state, the central government came forward with a large scale assistance to us. I may assure the honorable members that we did not give up any opportunities offered to us. On the other hand, if there should be any charge, it is that we have taken more money from the center than what they were prepared to give at any time. If that is the charge made, I am prepared to accept the charge. But at the same time, I must say that it was necessary for us to draw a huge sum of money from the central government for account of the conditions in our state. Now, as we were able to get through these difficulties, we may be proud of our achievement that in spite of the great difficulties that we had, we did not slow down any major project. That was possible because we were able to convince the central finance minister that our schemes were being carried out efficiently and that it was the duty of the central government to help us when we were in difficult circumstances due to famine conditions, so that we might tide over our difficulties. It has not been possible for me to answer all the points made by honorable members. I do not say that they are not important. They are important, but they cover almost all the activities of the government, and if I try to meet all those points, I will not be able to finish my speech within the allotted time. But I may tell the honorable members who have raised those points that they will be carefully looked into and that whatever is possible will be done. In this connection, a charge was made that so many suggestions had been made and that nothing had been done. As regards discharge, I would like to point out that we were not able to do anything because of the difficult circumstances which I have just explained.